said for the salah, or the best deed people could do personally is the Quran. And unfortunately, we have really, really ignored it. I remember that giving a khutbah here for Ramadan Jummah, starting with the very famous hadith of our Holy Prophet again. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. What was that? That one which is about this hadith Thaqalan. Inni tarikum fikum Thaqalan. I have given whole khutbah. Obviously, the khutbah also takes only about 25-30 minutes. So I haven't gone into detail. But the first word is Kitab Allah wa Itirat Ahl Bayti. And we always have been taking, since I have taken since that way that, okay, we are attached with both Quran and Ahl Bayt, and Brother Al Sunnah, they haven't gone much attachment with Ahl Bayt. In one way, it's true, because obviously on the 21st and 19th of Ramadan, there were lots of people here. They're showing some attachment with the Ahl Bayt. What about the Quran? The first word is in Quran. The first word is Quran, Kitab Allah. And what the wording thing which I have already recovered in the khutbah as well, what does it say? Kitab wal Bayt, and in tamassaktum behima, and I've asked somebody, literally they have used this thing which you call phone here, chimat jana. I've used this word. I've asked a qualified alim, what does that tamassuk mean? Saying truly with how we have been chimated, we've been really attached with the Quran. And unfortunately, when we are reading Quran here, people are reading Quran here, people are reading here. Chimat jana with the Quran. And what does next mean? You would not go astray. If I have to say that, okay, it's a daylight, you have to say it's not evening, it's not night, because the sun is out. It's really clear, it's obvious that it's a day, it's not night. So it says, if you touch both, a rope has two twists, goes like that. So one Quran, one Al-Baqi. We have, that's my experience. So the first thing is first, reading. The Quran is not actually, Quran is a book of implementation. Absolutely everything is there. There are some really good words here which I have actually brought to this. I think I've studied as well. That one of the very famous Shagir, the student of Imam Ali ibn Abbas, he was his cousin brother from Abbas. He was very prominent, the Sunni call it Hibrul Ummah. He was a very big. And he said, after learning from Imam Ali, he said, absolutely everything is Quran. So if I have lost my rope with which I tie my camel, I can find it in Quran. What does that mean? Absolutely everything is there. Now the Westerns are researching on many aspects, and they're saying that yes, absolutely everything. Quran is, it says, there's a verse, it says Quran is a treatment. It's for any disease, even physical. Of course, it is the best thing for the spiritual. It's a treatment for the physical disease. So for example, headache. People are doing research. Yes, it is when you decide the Judge and Kabir, why don't we blow? That has its own effect. But that's for the dua. This is the Quran. So some of these things, obviously. And then very important thing, before I go into a bit of a detail of the tajweed, read this. I'm going to read it for you. Sorry. Those who read namaz, salah, okay, what their responsibilities are. अगर कोई शख्स और सूरा का कोई लफ्ज जानबूझकर या जहले तखसीर, what does that mean? If you don't know, or if you haven't struggled enough, if you haven't done your bit. एक हर्फ के बजाय दूसरा हर्फ का है, मसलन बौद के बजाय जाल या जा का है. It's not wala zalim, not at all. Unfortunately, this is one thing which we recite absolutely every single salah. Apart from Salatul Mayyit, there is no alhamd. And that bad letter come twice. And unfortunately, it's one of the most difficult compared to others. So there are two things in the main tajweed. So that's very clear for any. Alhamdulillah, it's not alhamd. How is start? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin, yeah, 95%, 98%. That's Urdu. The Quran is in Arabic. How is it? A'udhu billahi. No. A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. It's ha, not ha. Hamid is different than Harun. Is inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. Ta. Inna what tariq is ta, it's not ta. It's kawthar, not kawsar. People who can't read, haven't done effort, they should be doing salah in jamaat. Unfortunately, some people have said, I've asked the management who allows whoever it is, people should be. It's here. It's all here. Okay, yes. Have you made effort? Some people, it's a very simple example. Can I ask somebody who can, what's the word for horse in Urdu? Mukhtar, do you know? Anybody? I'm just trying to give an example. Say ghoda, right? For me, if I say a million times, I can say it. Many, we can't. But if you try from the very young age, you can. How is it easy for me? So for us, if you start learning late, unfortunately, it's very close to some of those languages, some of the wording, because when I was a kid, I was not told alif, ba, ta, tha. So the makhraj is really important. So the whole tajweed is the makhraj, which is how you pronounce letter. Every single letter has to be pronounced. So it's alif, ba, ta, tha. Now, sa, sin is different. Sad is different. Tha is different. Ta is different. Ta is different. Alif is different. My name is not Imran. My name is Amran. Ja'far. I remember there's somebody who is say Ja'far. Ja'far. It's not Ja'far. Sometimes we say in the dua, it says J and A, and then there's apostrophe. You just give a bit of a sign of Ja'far. It's Imran, Abbas. When it says there, Assalamu alaikum Fatima Tazza, not Fatima, not Ta. The word for Ta, Fa, there's Ta and there's Ta. There's Ta, there's the Sin and the Sad. There's the Ha, there's the Ha. There's the Alif, there's the R. And there's one of the longer one is where you have all the four letters, which we all pronounce with the English letter Z. You know, there are four different letters. Za. And in fact, I was just listening one of the video said, most of the places in Quran, the letter Zal is used. Most places, not Za. And most of us, we only know the lafaz of Za. We use it for Bad. We use it for Dal. We use it for Va. We use it for Za. So if you say, ذَلِكَ not ذَلِكَ عظيم. If you take the za, it's a za with the shiddah, za, like buzz. I can obviously go for when Liba said, and that's enough, I'll stop. But this is very, very, very important. I told you about. The tajweed is not very hard. The full rule of tajweed is that how it's like saying that if you know how to recite Ra, somebody said, so you have corrected about more than 2,000 mistakes in the Quran, because there are more than 2,000, 4,000 times Ra has been used. We don't know how to pronounce Ra. When it is full mouth, when it is empty mouth. Ra has a fatha or dhamma, pesh and zabar, Ra becomes full mouth. Ra has a kasra, it becomes empty mouth. Allah, then we say Allahu Akbar. No, it's Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So when there's Allah, the lam becomes full mouth. Allah. Everywhere else, lam is empty mouth. So there's a room, kids would know, there's a room for Ral, the Yarmaloon, and there's a Noon. Noon has all the rules. Either Noon would have a Idgham, where you join it, Ammay. It's not Amman Yujibu, no, Ammay Yujibu. Or if it's a Wow, then it's a when the Wow again, you have to join in. And when you have Izhar, the Noon comes out clearly. So it's like you can hear it. When there's Ikhfa, we say in Pakistan, we say Amma. We don't say Amman. So now Noon goes. So you say Yang Qalib. And then the Mim and Noon, when you have a Shadda, you stop. Alif. Jan. So if I stresses, Jan, this is the one we said the last surah. Bismillah, qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min sharril, because there's most of the letters after noon's sukoon become the ikhfa. The only few which is izhar. So every time you cite, if you learn the tajweed rules are not very hard. It probably take a good committed person a week to learn most of it. I spent a long time, alhamdulillah, for the last nearly 10 years been working on it. I'm trying to get to where I can teach. And I should, but basically for every single of us, it's our responsibility. Allah is very merciful. I remember that this is one of the best example I've given you several times. There's one person who has zero good deed. Zero. None. So in the day of judgment, it's like saying, okay, what is the result? Zero. Ask him to go to hell. He started running. And Allah said, why are you running? You know, you're not going to a pleasant place. So he said, oh Allah, I've never obeyed you. The once in my, it's not my life, like once I wanted to obey you, so you want me to go to hell, so I'm just running. Allah said, okay, hold on. You don't need to go there. But we have our own grave, and as you have heard many a time, we are making it the best possible place, or we are making it a very ordinary place. Of course, we are the Shan of Alibad. Eventually, we're going to end up in the heaven. What level we get, and if we are being naughty, how much will be sort of punished before we can get there. And obviously, we need to attach it throughout the whole year with the Quran. The Quran and Alibad are the route to the success. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اغفر لله القبور السرور اللهم اغني كل فقير اللهم اسبق كل جائع اللهم اكسر كل عريان اللهم اغفر دين كل مدين اللهم فرج عن كل مكروب اللهم رد كل غريب اللهم فك كل اسير اللهم استر كل فاسد من امور المسلمين اللهم اشف كل مريض اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك اللهم اقضنا الدين واغنى من الفقر انك على كل شيء قدير اللهم صل على محمد رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة بسم الله.
Okay. Why isn't the mic working? It's not.